Well, hello again, and welcome to Roland's Reviews. So glad to have you here with me today. Yes, we want to honor all of our first responders. Today is Memorial Day. For all of you who have served this country, we'd like to wish you a wonderful, a happy Memorial Day. And those of you who have served, thank you, thank you, thank you for your service. That makes all of this possible. Okay, as you come into the chat, please go ahead and hit the like button, the little thumb. All right, Florida, Abdullah, Culture Mix, Toy Mafia, all of you who are coming in, so glad to have you here. And so look at the title of our video, Massive Support and Love for Donald Trump in the Bronx Explained. A lot of people are still in shock. How you doing, John? We have been talking about this on this channel for the past, 6 months, and people did not want to acknowledge the change that was happening, the metamorphosis that was happening with several communities here in America who had traditionally voted for Democrats. How you doing, Ruby? And so, Laurie, all of you who are coming in, yes, yes, yes. Now, our fire started today. Before we get started with the actual title, I wanted to address, someone left a comment in the comment section. I don't know if any of you caught, I did a short video yesterday. It's only a couple of minutes or so. And it's just about what we've been saying. We all need to unite, right? So that we can all fight our common enemy. Now, someone posted, because the title, the video that I did on Saturday, if you haven't seen it, again, it's only a couple of minutes. Come on, America, united we stand, divided we all fall. That's what we have been talking about. So someone left a comment, America unite, and then they had question marks, get out of here, my people, her cup runneth over with the blood of my people. So I'll read that. And then they also had another comment. You can see these comments. Like I said, they're from my short video from Saturday. And I'll read this to you. We are only a fraction of this country. Who are you appealing to? How many centuries will it take before you get it? Some of us are trying to divorce ourselves from this wicked country, not unite in wickedness. And the past continues into the present day. Peace. So what have we been talking about on this country, about this country and what's going on in this country? If you continue to live in the past, well, then you're never going to be able to move forward. We've said, yes, do we have issues? Yes, we do. But again, you cannot continue to blame everything on something that happened over 400 years ago. Right, James? James, you'll see that those are some comments that were left. I did a really short 2-minute video yesterday. And so that's someone who refuses to move on. We can't change what happened in the past. We cannot. So all we can do is try to move forward together. And usually people who make statements like that, let's pack them up and ship them where they want to go. I bet they'll be back in no time when they see all of the freedoms that we take for granted in this country. They won't have them elsewhere. Katrina, I would ventilate, okay? James, yeah, check it out. You'll see it. I didn't remove the comment. I would venture to say most people are late. Yeah. DJ, spiritual wickedness in high places. John, I saw it yesterday, but I didn't see that comment. How you doing, Rhonda? Yeah, it's still there. And so, again, some people are stuck in sand. And yes, we've already acknowledged what has happened in the past. We're talking about forging ahead and trying to create a future. Yes, we know what happened. We're not forgetting history. All I'm saying is, are you going to live on that for the next 400 or 500 years? Okay. So I have a short video. We've been talking about it on this channel. Racism, I've been saying this, it's a business because of the poverty pimps. They want to keep you in poverty, right? We've been saying that. That's nothing new that we have not been discussing for the past few months. And so you guys know I'm a follower, avid follower of Dr. Thomas Sowell, a genius. And so what he says is true. And we talked about all the puppets, all of the Democratic shields, all of the plants are put there. They placed there strategically to keep you on the Democratic plantation. So let me play this video here, and then we'll get into what we're actually supposed to be talking about. So let's hear this out and watch this, and I'll be keeping up with your comments in the comment section. Let me know if you can hear and see everything clearly.
Is Jesse Jackson good for African Americans or not?
He's not. Good for himself.
All right. Can everyone hear and see clearly? And I did stop the video so you had time to read. And it says, there's some Blacks today who claim to help their community. Meanwhile, they're simply profiting from their claims of racism. Therefore, they use racism as a business to enrich themselves. These same people don't want racism to end because it is business for them. And so, yes. So I'll finish playing the video, and I'm trying to keep up with your comments in the comment section as well, folks. Okay, here we go.
Secretary of Defense, General Austin, said, I'm going through the rosters of American enlisted men to make sure we don't have white supremacy. He didn't say, well, I'm going through it to make sure we don't have radical Antifa members or BLM members. It was just a focus. So what he is basically saying is that we're going to look at our military now in terms of whiteness, and we're going to have re-education programs, and we're going to read Professor Ibram Kendi's lectures on racism, in which he says, to cure racism, you must be racist. To cure discrimination, you must practice discrimination. And here's the problem with that. If you're putting all of your emphases as ancient tribes, the Goths, the Huns, the Osgoths, the Vandals, on your tribal identity, what are you not doing? You're not building civilization as they did not do.
Have you ever debated Jesse Jackson?
No, I haven't.
Is that because, would you like to, or would he not want to do that?
I have no idea.
You'd be willing to, I assume.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
You think that's too much showbiz?
It is. There are people who go and do this, and I'm doing less and less of it. And I tell them the story of an African boxing champion who fought an Irishman in St. Patrick's Day in Dublin. And he lost his title on what the sports writers called a questionable decision.
Yes.
And so you have to know what forum you're talking about. Right. I saw Shelby Steele on with him, and I said, if Jesse Jackson and Shelby Steele each had to present a 2-hour lecture to an audience with an average IQ of 120, Shelby would wipe him out. But if they had 5 seconds each on Donahue, it would be Jesse Jackson all the way.
Right.
So everything depends upon the forum.
Is Jesse Jackson good for African Americans or not?
He's not. Good for himself.
Good for himself.
And that's true of most ethnic leaders in most groups, in most countries, in most periods of history. That what will serve his interest is to keep people paranoid, dependent upon him, dependent upon government.
Sound familiar, folks? Page straight from the Democratic playbook, what we've been saying here for the past 6 months. Okay, let's continue to watch and listen.
What will serve their interest is typically just the opposite.
That's pretty interesting. So you're saying that the leaders, whatever group, leader, wants the people to be poor and dependent on them as opposed to dependent on themselves.
Oh, absolutely. And you see this in the greatest cynicism in the academic world, where in many places, Black organizations on campus have a say on who gets admitted. And they have turned down Blacks with excellent credentials, both as students and as faculty members, for that very reason.
Race is more than a biological category or a social category. It has become an industry, with its own infrastructure, branches, incentives, and agendas. The most obvious examples are the political representatives of particular racial or ethnic groups, as exemplified by the Congressional Black Caucus or the Hispanic Caucus, or such non-governmental organizations as La Raza or the NAACP. Many academic institutions have various ethnic studies departments or programs, and their thrust is by no means confined to academic scholarship seeking objective facts about those groups. The legal profession is also well represented among those specializing in racial issues, and here too, the disinterested search for truth is seldom the overriding consideration. Diversity consultants in private industry and community organizers in racial or ethnic neighborhoods are among the many other occupations that are a part of the race industry. Despite the wide variety of occupations in the race industry, there are commonalities in their underlying visions and agendas. Central to their mission is the presumption that economic lags, educational deficiencies, or even high crime rates among the respective groups they represent are due to the failings or malice of others. Views or facts to the contrary are to be discountenanced, or if possible banned or punished, rather than engaged.
Facts.
In addition to the particular portrayal of racial or ethnic issues promoted by the race industry, there is a highly selective view of what sorts of solutions are needed. Almost invariably, these are policies or actions that enhance the role, power, prestige, and economic flourishing of the race industry itself.
Facts.
Even if these policies or actions are demonstrably counterproductive in their effects on the people in whose name the race industry speaks. A classic example is the policy of preferentially admitting members of specifically selected minorities, which do not include Asian Americans or Jewish Americans, for example, to colleges and universities under the rubric of affirmative action or diversity.
All right. So, again, things that we've been saying, and I played that, like I said, in response to the person who left the comment. And so, again, no one is saying forget what happened. All we're saying is we have to move forward. Okay. James, being a white man, do I have $1 million nobody told me about? James, exactly. So culture mix. You haven't been here on this channel for a very long period of time. That's what we've been saying. Policy over party. Yes. Policy over party. Ruby, these race hustlers are losing their grip. Their primary audience is the Black church and baby boomers. Ruby, you're here. You've been here for a while now. And that is exactly the truth. And that's what we've been talking about. So no one's forgetting anything. All we're saying is how we're going to move forward. If you're still talking about something that happened over 400 years ago. Morgan Freeman, when they asked him, or Denzel Washington, anytime they ask them questions in reference to race, that's basically what they're saying too. And Morgan Freeman, he'll tell you, straight front and center. Why do you keep talking about it? Cha-cha, exactly. And we talked about the Black church a lot, okay, and what's going on. Is my picture clear, folks? Let me know. I'm looking on my phone. The Black church, culture mix. That's why you see so many younger people unwilling to vote for Biden. They're not in the Black churches, okay? Where the minister, of course, is doing the minister's a plant. He's a puppet who's doing what the Democrats are telling him to do, right? And so, that's why these young people are like, no, a lot of people are looking at their pocketbook, and policy over party. That's the most important. And Isaiah, I would like to be your friend, and let's talk about crooked Joe Biden. Yes. Oh, you're in the right place. We talk about old crooked Jim Crow Joe all the time, and that's just where we are with that. What we've been saying on this channel is look at the candidates before you vote. Look at where they stand on the policies, okay? And figure out if the person that aligns with your morals and your values, all right? And then you go from there, all right? And so if you vote that way, then you should be able to sleep well at night. And then if, they don't do what they say they're going to do, hey, vote them out. We've been talking about term limits. Thank you so much. Term limits are very, very important. And all I can say is, hey, I agree. I think my is the picture clear, folks, or is it a little bit blurry? If so, I'll stop. I'll shut it down and come back in if I need to. Somebody type it in the comment section. Please let me know if you can see me clearly as well as hear me clearly. Okay. I know we are having some little blurry. Okay. John, thank you so much. I don't know what's causing the blur. I can go out and come back in. I know I can do that. Okay. Looks like Ruby. Oh my God, Ruby, you're a Generation X like myself. It's blurry. VHS. Okay, let me go out and come back in. Give me a second. 420p. Okay, yeah, we need it. Let me come back in. Is that better? VHS. Oh my God. Ruby, you're taking me back. Ruby said it's I don't know what's going on with the internet. No change. All right. How about I'll just play the video, or I can so you don't have to see the blur. I have some videos to share with you anyway, and so let me go ahead and get those going, and then it won't be such an issue. Okay. That's all right. I have let me go ahead and it's the YouTube bandits, exactly. Culture Mix. I'll share the video with you, and hey, it will the video, type in the comment section. The video is pretty clear, correct? Somebody type that in the comment section for me, please. Sound is good. Okay. All right. Let me see. So I'll just play the video. If the video's nice and clear, hey, why not? All right, there we go. All right. So again, this spells trouble for the Democrats. All right. So I'll go ahead and get this going. Okay. Yeah. So you guys don't need to listen to me. We can just watch the video. All right. Here we go.
All right, let's switch gears. Trump spent time in one of the bluest parts of the country last night to talk about crime and Biden's failed economy.
We had the best poverty rate in terms of the positive number ever in our history. I'm here tonight to declare that we are going to turn New York City around, and we are going to turn it around very, very quickly. We're going to bring safety back to our streets. We're going to bring success back to our schools.
And despite the rally being a huge success, liberal lawmakers tried to disparage Trump's message and the thousands of New Yorkers supporting him.
I mean, I'm not going to be surprised if he's going to bus in a lot of his pals from Long Island and Jersey and wherever. I hope they pay a nice, hefty congestion tax. I hope that they contribute to the revenues of New York City and fund our public schools through their tourism to the Bronx.
Well, I'll tell you, it won't make a difference at all, Jake, and that is for Donald Trump to be the ringleader of and invite all his clowns to a place like the Bronx. New York will never, ever support Donald Trump for president.
They are definitely in denial, okay? And AOC just flipped her wig. They are unwilling to accept what is happening. Unbelievable. Let's listen to Kathy Hochul. And remember, she said the kids in the Bronx don't even know, black kids in the Bronx don't even know what a computer is. Oh, wow. You can't make this stuff up.
President.
So while the left wants to make it seem like there's no...
Folks, if you were here when I live streamed the actual meeting, remember they never did close in. It was, the cameras were focused right there on the stage. So now the numbers are finally coming out, and we're finally getting some panoramic views. Here we go.
No way anyone in the Bronx would support 45. Rally goers have a slightly different take.
Things are super expensive, but for us mainly is the immigration. We think it's extremely unfair.
My great-grandmother, 95 years old, lifelong Democrat, is going to vote for Trump this year.
So what I think, no president ever came to South Bronx. I don't know. So I just came to support and show love.
For him to be in a place like the South Bronx, it's huge. I mean, you've never seen any other candidate do this. Biden's not doing this.
All right, joining us now live in studio, two Bronx residents backing Trump, YouTuber Lou Valentino and Drew Alexander. Drew, I'll start with you since you're to my right here. Sure. Talk to me about what you heard from Donald Trump, his messaging, how he's resonating with you and the people who live in your area that obviously did show up to support him in droves because they wanted to hear something different.
No, absolutely. So, you know, his message really was one of unity. And what you saw there was an incredibly diverse crowd. It was mind-blowing how diverse it was. And it was the complete opposite of what you hear people say about the GOP in terms of what was there in person. Every kind of person from every walk of life was present, everybody celebrating America and freedom and wanting to see us all win. And so his message really was out of unity and hope for the country. So it was a very special day.
It was to watch it was really special. And so, Lou, I know my wife Rachel was out in the Bronx on Wednesday. She met up with you.
Yes.
You're like a big YouTube, like 400,000 people.
Yeah, we're putting in work.
You're putting out work, which I talked about you on my podcast today from the kitchen table. But a lot of Democrats were like, listen, this is not really a rally for the Bronx or in the Bronx with Bronx residents. People are getting bussed in. Was it really made up of people from the neighborhood?
Did you guys hear that? They were saying that all of those people were bussed in. Cha-Cha, yeah, she needs to go. And they were saying that they weren't really people who live there in the Bronx. They are unwilling to accept what is happening. They're just becoming totally unhinged.
Neighborhood?
Yes, there was a lot of people that were very excited to come out from the Bronx. I've been doing YouTube for about 2 years, and one of my dreams is to get real light, to shine the light on the Bronx. And like I said, this isn't even about Trump, man. This is about, bringing the light to what Democrats, in my opinion, are not shining the light on, which is fentanyl crisis. Our young men and women, Black and Hispanic, are dying out in these streets. I know that is happening in Middle America. Maybe some other congressmen over there are talking about it, but I know the congressmen and women are not talking about it here. So I was very happy that Trump came and he spoke to the young people. He just gave this message of optimism, and that's something we've been missing. So I'm very excited. I know that Morehouse was a lot different with Joe Biden. He was speaking about how, we're all being hunted down and that we shouldn't hope, or America's not going to be great for you. I think that Trump came out and he said, I don't care what you look like. Let's get this money. Let's get this work. Let's unite. And we're all Americans. So I thought that was the perfect message. Whether you like Trump or not, I think Democrats like to bully people into not going to these things. And I think that if you tell Bronx residents not to go right, they will.
Well, I want to pick up on something that you said, Lou. And Drew, I'll kick this over to you. This notion that when Biden speaks to people in the African-American community, that he's talking down to them, that he is being condescending. He's making them out to be victims when they're not victims. They just want full opportunity to succeed in this country. Many feel that programs and resources, especially here in New York, that should be coming to the Black community are being allocated, for example, to illegal migrants who've come here, broken the law to come to New York, and they're getting all the free stuff.
100%. I think you're 100% on the ball with that. And what you're looking at is people waking up to this fact. And so you're seeing more people than ever really coming to the stage with new ideas for how we can solve the immigrant issue. And Trump is listening to us when we talk about it. All New Yorkers kind of see what's going on. It's pretty obvious that the country and the city itself is really being run and taken over.
Yeah.
So he's really out there trying to face those stuff straight on, and we're all here for it. The diversity in that crowd, once again, was the main highlight of that event. The fact that it was so mixed and tons of African Americans are there. Had many conversations with people that are African American. They're all talking about how they switched from last year to today to being more so much for Trump. So that's happening rapidly throughout the time, and it's just going to keep on going.
You know, this was the first time Donald Trump has done an event like this. I think you're going to see him in maybe Atlanta, in Milwaukee, which would be pretty smart of him. But talk to me about what's going to happen in the Bronx. I'm not sure that Donald Trump's going to win the Bronx, but is he going to do well in the Bronx in this next election? Are people gonna come over and vote
I
for
think
him?
people were number one. That, if I'm not mistaken, I think the number was 83.5 people. You know, that was the percentage. That's a high percentage, right? So how do you flip that? I mean,
83% voted for Joe Biden.
Yeah, 83% voted for in favor of Joe Biden. Democrat, that is a deep blue area. I don't think there's been a Republican that has won that in like 100 years. So it is, but it's not even about him winning, man. It's about him shining the light that's much needed in these politics, in these deep blue cities that, in my opinion, are just being, you know, like you said, the migrant crisis is a huge deal to a lot of people. They don't like to hear that, you know, resources are being taken, especially the Black community. The Black community has been here for generations.
Right.
And, you know, it sucks that has to be the case. But Trump is talking to those people that feel that, hey, hold on now, I'm an American. And that brings patriotism back to, you know, a lot of people.
You know, men and women, communities don't want to be forgotten.
Nope.
And when you shine a light, you're seen.
Yep.
And Donald Trump, I think, saw the issues that you deal with, and you got to see them first, recognize them to be able to address them. Lou and Drew, thank you both for being on the show and telling us what you saw last night at the Trump rally.
Thank you guys for having us. Appreciate you.
And so, okay, guys, what do you think about the video? Things that we have been saying coming to fruition. Isaiah, how many people do you think will vote for Crooked Joe? I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We have to have people out so that they don't steal this election. The Dominican is speaking. In fact, yeah. Oh, yeah. Dominican Republic. Okay. I'm ready for the Republican National Convention in July. Okay, Isaiah. Cha-cha. Biden wants to address the Trump verdict, but not the border and immigration crisis. Cha-cha. He won't do. Yeah, he will not address that to save his life. Oh my God, Cha-cha gets it. And then I also have, let me share this for you here. All right. Okay. So again, you heard what the governor of New York said. Also, the Democratic pundits. So these are people who have been shipped in. They're not really people from the Bronx. I'll let you watch this video and then you decide. I'm trying to keep up with your comments in the comment section, folks.
Just beautiful.
You already know Trump 2024, baby. It's going down.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's get down in Bronx, baby. You already know we're coming together for President Trump.
New Jersey going red, the Bronx going red, America going red, Joe Biden going fed.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot of people.
Did you ever expect Donald Trump to come to the South?
Not really. No, never. Nobody else, I think, had done this. I think it's a good thing. It doesn't matter who it is.
Actually, I think him being in the Bronx is pretty cool. So I was like, I'm going to just go through and see. We were interested. So we took a walk over, and it's pretty cool to see the different diversity of people that came and are coming together for today.
I didn't expect it, to be honest, right here at Crotona Park in the South Bronx. But us people, we love Trump.
I don't know of any president that's ever come to the Bronx. Period.
Did you ever expect him to come here?
No, not at all. Not at all. And I'm so excited.
No, never expected him to come here. But it's not like they say. Not everybody dislikes him. We love him here, and we're glad he showed up.
Wow. It's like a concert is about to happen.
I stand with Trump. I stand with Trump. United we stand, divided we fall. Indict our president, you better indict us all. United we stand, okay, divided we fall. Indict our president, you better indict us all.
Okay.
Nah, I came in the right way. Come on, take the motherfucker reporters. We got Senorita Campino is a head stage. Codeine better now they dying young. I'm riding around Miami, getting chauffeured in the dawn. Yeah, I'm going there, no, let's get along. United we stand, we take together, we strong.
This is nice.
I'm gonna have to name it the OG.
You already know what's going on.
Just normal, everyday, working Americans. That's what you're looking at here. Okay? Play a little bit more.
Why are you here today? To support Donald Trump. I am here for Trump.
Trump 2024, man.
To put America first. What do you like about Donald Trump?
Everything. He's from Queens, and he speaks our language.
I like Trump because he keep it real. He don't got no filter. He's for the people.
He speaks money, and this is what the country needs. We need money, not inflation. We need money.
Everything was under control. We had low inflation. We had gas under $1.
Those are facts, man.
What issues are people in the Bronx facing?
Economic stress.
They're facing an illegal invasion.
In the Bronx right now, it's definitely crime.
Prices is extreme.
We care about the housing. We care about the crime.
How has Joe Biden addressed those issues? He hasn't. He hasn't addressed them. He hasn't make them worse. Nothing. He's just been talking a lot.
The Biden name in the Bronx sounds like mass incarceration.
Great, go!
Trump 2024.
You tied over here. What's going on? You're gonna cheer. Much better.
They love the man.
You were telling me that you're not actually a Trump supporter, but you're here.
Not at all.
Why are you here today?
I'm here because when Trump was president, he was much better. I mean, the world wasn't on fire. The prices went up like crazy, the price of gas, everything. So he's the best, I shouldn't say of the worst, but there's no choice. I am a Democrat. I'm registered Democrat, but I would also occasionally vote for Republican. I go according to, who is better.
Like Joe Biden as a Democrat, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think he's destroying the country with his policies. It's just things are getting worse and worse. The more we're having more, we can end up with World War III with Biden. I think that Trump is going to make America great again. I mean, I'm saying that, even though his personality, forget it. He says things that angers me, but his policies were much better, much better.
That's common sense.
You can't even compare. So. Like someone said on the radio, you got to close your nose and dive in. Just vote for him, even if you don't like him, even if you hate him. He's just going to be better for America. See you later.
The man. God bless Donald Trump.
All right, so, and you can finish watching that in its entirety. I have one more video to share with you. So the videos are fine. I'm blurry, so I'll let you look at the videos. But again, folks, everything that we've been saying, everyone's looking at, I don't care if you're coming to me telling me, so the Democrats, their hair is on fire because them running around screaming racist, racism. It's not working because people are struggling to feed their families. They're struggling to pay their rent, mortgage, whatever, what have you, just to survive and to live. like a human being. And so they're like, forget that crap. Who's going to help me as I try to take care of my family? So supposedly the numbers are over 20,000 people attended. So again, I have another video to share with you. And I don't know if you guys watched one of the ladies. I've reached out to her. How you doing, Leaning Lamp? Logic and reason, right? That's what it's all about. Logic, reasoning, and people are looking at that pocketbook. And I reached out to her on social media. I haven't heard from her yet. If you guys were able to, if you watched her, she was on Fox. I reached out to her, Madeline Breen. I have not heard from her. So I told you guys, I've been trying to bring some of the people on the show. So I reach out to them on social media. So if I hear from her, I'll try to get her on the show. I guess people are busy, but I've reached out to several people trying to get them to come on the show. Okay, so I am working from that angle as well. Ruby, give me a mean tweet and low inflation any day. Right, Ruby? I don't give a care about what he's saying about whoever. How is that? That's not affecting my gas prices or my food prices. Steve Rowland, there are 3 things that the government must never fail at. Okay, Steve, go ahead. Tammy says it's been really hard on people these last 3.5 years. Yes, Tammy, it's been very difficult. And I don't know how people who have families are making it. I mean, with these food prices, I go to the store and I'll buy something for me and I'll have 2 or 3 bags and it's $100. And I'm just like, really? I really don't have much. So I'll stop this one and then I'll share the last video because again, the last video I'm going to share with you, an MSNBC anchor, so you already know where we're going with this. She's stunned that the people, aren't upset about, well, aren't you afraid of the racist things that Trump has said? And they're like, I'm worried about my pocketbook and the gas prices. So they, like I said, they don't know what to do because that has always worked. And now people don't want to hear the crap. All right, so let's see. I have one more to share with you here. And then we're done. Those of you who came in late, happy Memorial Day. All right. And hopefully you can see the next video I have for you. And the lady on the left is an MSNBC anchor. All right. And I'm not going to play the whole video because it's like 22 minutes, but I'll play a short portion of it. And then, of course, any of you who would like to watch it in its entirety, of course, it's in the description box up under my video. Okay. So I'll play a short portion and then we'll talk about it and then we're done.
It's too much crime. Everything is going downhill. The economy is going bad. The food is expensive. It's like affordable housing is not for everybody. It's just horrible.
Biden, they have disrespected the people of the city of New York. This was the best city in the world. We're not the great apple anymore. We're not the big apple. We are the rotten apple.
Biden went on the Charlemagne the God show and said, "You ain't black if you don't vote for him." I'm black because that's how I was born and what I am. And Trump is the man that can save this country. Period.
I want food to go cheaper. The gas, I want gas cheaper. When I came and he was the president, the gas was a lot cheaper than it is right now.
Now we're becoming the Bronx second-class citizens. We have this influx of migrants are coming in and they're getting everything. And everyone in the Bronx, in the city of New York, is forgotten.
the next day.
What else really stood out to you about the rally?
I will say this rally did look a lot like America. There was a lot of Asian voters there. There were a lot of Hispanic voters, a lot of Black voters there, which is not typical for a Trump rally that I go to when I'm in Wisconsin or Michigan. So that's what was
But it is a
fascinating
cross
there.
section of New York.
Exactly, exactly. And that's specifically why Trump was there yesterday. Those are key demographics that he sees are starting to break for him just a little bit. That door is opening for Hispanic voters to start voting for Trump in record numbers. They want to capitalize on that in this election. They think if they do, it'll spell success for them.
All right, guys. So after Trump's massively successful and historic rally in deep blue Bronx, we have to talk about the reactions from the mainstream liberal media, because you guys know that the mainstream liberal media, they are fuming over the fact that so-called Black and brown people showed up to this massive rally, again, in deep blue Bronx, New York, where a Republican has not won in 100 years. However, Trump shows up. He's probably the only Republican that can actually pull something off like this. And he has a massive turnout. The Trump campaign estimated that over 20,000 people showed up. A lot of them are Black and brown in a so-called Black and brown district, okay? And this would suggest that the tides are turning in politics. We're seeing a shift in the demographic.
That's what we've been saying for 6 months. There's a shift. There's a metamorphosis taking place. And they're not willing. Reagan, oh yeah, Reagan won New York. Oh yeah. They call them the Reagan Democrats. Oh yeah. And so I'm not going to play any more of this. Like I said, I did share it with you, but some of the YouTubers that I follow, they're saying the same thing. Sunshine D, how are you? They're saying the same things that we are saying, folks. And so people can, the Democrats can stick their heads in the sand like they're ostriches or whatever. But it's going to be very, very interesting in November. C. Fryer, my family loves fresh fruit. We don't buy it anymore. It was expensive before. Now it's beyond ridiculous. C. Fryer, it really costs to try and eat healthy. So a lot of people just buy junk. Unfortunately, that's all that a lot of people can afford to buy. And that's just where we are with that. Again, those of you who are just coming in, please go ahead and hit that little thumb, that like button. Those of you who have various forms of social media, please go ahead and share this on your Facebook page, your Instagram page, your Truth Social page, what other form of social media that you may use, okay? Appreciate that. Isaiah, do you have an email so we can talk about Joe Biden? Isaiah, yes. My email is at the bottom of each video in the description box. All of my social media pages are there. The links are there, as well as my email. Okay. So yeah, if you want to reach out, please feel free. C. Fry, another great and informative video. Thank you, Roland. You too. Enjoy your weekend, C. Fry. Thank you so much for coming through. Really appreciate that. Ruby, I guess George Soros did not believe Trump with these numbers. No infiltrators or troublemakers came through. Yeah, Ruby, they're all in shock right about now. They don't know what to do. Think of the ostrich right now with his head stuck in the sand, and think of someone with their hair on fire. And that's kind of where they are right now. Because remember, what have we been saying on this channel? They've been like, it's Black people are saying they're going to vote for Trump and not Biden. It's because of, disinformation. It's because of misinformation. So in other words, you're saying that people are stupid, right? No, they just cannot accept the fact that a lot of Black and Hispanic people will not be voting for them. Thank God. Where are we? Steve, Trump needs to go to Chicago for the next rally right before the DNC convention. Steve, that's going to be very, very interesting because with everything going on in Chicago, with that migrant crisis, that may be a mess. Okay. Cha-Cha, AOC is scared to walk in public. Yeah, Cha-Cha, you were here. You heard what she said, right? Leaning Lamp, Chicago will be lit. Yeah, they may be out there protesting in front of the DNC. So we'll see as they're trying to have their convention. And so that's just where we are. We've been talking about this. The Democrats are finally wrapping their heads and thoughts around this happening, and they just don't know what to do. And I love it. Those that know that song by Sam Cooke, my favorite Sam Cooke song. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. And I think the migrant crisis, along with this horrible economy, has people saying, wait a minute, why am I going to vote for this individual who is anti-American, who does nothing for Americans? Okay, we know they're shoving that Marxist, socialist, communist agenda down our throats, along with the LGBTQ mafia, everything they're shoving down our throats. And so I tell people, if you want more of that, right? Well, then you know who to vote for. If you want something different, you know who to vote for. Now, I've already told you, some people agree, some do not. A lot of Black Americans are saying they are voting the couch, which, like I said, I know a lot of people have a problem with that, but check history, folks. When Black Americans don't come out and vote for Democrats, that is a win for Republican candidates. Always has been, okay? So don't worry about that. As long as someone's not voting for Joe Biden, I'm happy. Okay, so I would rather they choose the couch than to vote for old Jim Crow Joe. And that's just where I'm at with that. We can't take 4 more years of what's going on. That will be the end of this country. Okay, we can't do it. This is it. If we can't get Joe Biden and the Democrats out of that White House, you can kiss this country goodbye. That's why I've been saying we need to come as a united front. We all have the same common enemy, right? So if we come together, we can help defeat that enemy together. The enemy is the Democratic Party. That's who the enemy is, our common enemy. If you are an American, they are your enemy. They're not going to do anything for you. They do for everyone else but Americans. And that's just where we are with that, folks. Ruby said the Dems are talking about a virtual convention. They can't trust Brandon Johnson. He will support the protesters. Yeah, they are really afraid about some possible violence because there are so many people who are so angry, which they should be. And again, I love the fact that people are admitting, hey, yes, I voted for Brandon Johnson, right? I knew him. He was a friend. I've always voted Democrat. And they said, no, those days are gone. Thank God. James, I can't keep track of shootings and stabbings on the news in New York. Right, James? Same way there in Chicago. It's horrible. And again, right, Tammy, Agenda 21. C. Fry said changes are coming and I can't wait. Oh, it's coming. It sure is. Culture Mix. I would definitely buy a plane ticket and fly to Chicago to see something that historic. Chicago? Oh my God. And then New York? Yeah, that's worth buying a plane ticket for. Most definitely. C. Fry, I wish you could move out there, James. Stacey, yeah, James, if you can at all, dear, try to get out of that situation. It doesn't sound too safe. So I'm enthusiastic. I am pleased that people are saying, forget this crap. I don't want to hear about the racism. And if you guys have time, when I end this live, go back and look at this video, okay? The last video I played, the MSNBC reporter, she's like well, we tell them Trump is racist, and they said they don't care. They don't know what they are scrambling. They don't know what to say. They don't know what to do because all they had to do for the past 60 plus years is say that person's a racist, and that was it. That totally disqualified them. They didn't have to worry about Black Americans voting for that person. That's not working this time. They don't know what to do, and I love it. Oh my goodness. James said, thanks, bud. Okay, James, you don't want to leave New York. Okay, that's fine. And so that's where we are, folks. I don't know what you think, but I can't wait. This is very historic. Chicago, New York, I don't know, California, they may be a lost cause. As you can see, everyone's trying to leave California. It's horrendous out there. Culture mix. They are part of the fear game, and it's no longer working. Culture mix. That's what I'm saying. What have they done traditionally? What have the Democrats always done? Oh, they're racist. They're racist. Racism, racism, racism. You can't make it. This country's racist. What have we been talking about? All the Democratic shills, all the Democratic plants, all the Democratic puppets. That's all. That's the only page they've had to use for years, right? And again, they talk down to people like people are stupid. And when they say something, oh, it's okay. If a conservative candidate says the same thing that they say, oh, it's all right. So all of you Democrats in South Carolina, we've talked about Clyburn. He went out and galvanized support for Biden in the last election. So if you do decide to go eat fish at old Slyburn's fish fry, that's fine, but just don't vote for Joe Biden. I'd rather you stay home. Okay. MC. These Democrats forget we lived through a Trump administration, okay? Yeah, and everyone's saying they had more money in their pocket, their retirement accounts were doing better, everything was better. So why would you vote against your own best interest? And the people in Chicago are finding that out. That's why they're like, no, not doing this again. So again, let's embrace them. Let's welcome them. We all should form a coalition, right? So it's okay for people to admit, I made a mistake, but they're not going to make that same mistake again. Those people are angry. I told you, Chicago is at a boiling point, folks. So if the Democrats do decide to have their convention there, that's going to be something. Yeah. Okay. So. I definitely feel if they do, there's going to be some protesting going on out there. So we'll see how that goes. Isaiah, he's fine. Mexico owns California. Ruby, California is just a lost cause. And Isaiah, I'm not voting. I did not vote for Jim Crow Joe before. You just from hearing me talk, I'm definitely not voting for him in November. Again, folks, you don't have to listen to me. Do your own research. If you have the internet, you can look up anything you need to. Don't go to MSNBC and don't go to CNN because you're not going to get the truth. Use some other sources, okay? Isaiah, okay. C. Fryer, do you think Biden will actually debate? C. Fryer, it will shock me if they can get him drugged up enough where he can string together more than 2 sentences. I'm still waiting for that to happen, but I'm thinking they're going to pull the plug. They're going to have some type of ruse as to why he won't be able to debate Trump. They're going to come up with something. If you've been here on this channel for a while, they know Biden's not going to win in November. I'm thinking they're going to pull the plug. They're going to have some type of rules where they're going to try to insert someone who they think can win, can bring the Black Americans back to the Democratic plantation. They know he's lost support. They know, and they all do anything. The Democrats will do anything for power. And so, Ruby, yeah, when Trump asked for a drug test, a lot of people don't realize what drugs he was talking about. Now, I teach about this in my class, the new drugs that were developed to help people with dementia and Alzheimer's. So those are the drugs that I'm thinking Trump was talking about. All right, anything to help him, because you notice he can talk all right for a very short period of time, then he goes completely off the rails, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so definitely need to do a drug test. If they do, I will be very shocked that they have, if they go through with the debate. Because again, the drugs only last for a short period. They don't last, for a long period of time. I don't think he can hold it together that long. And I was just looking at a little video today, and he was like telling people, everybody, Biden was like, yeah, we all need to go out and vote for the next president, Donald Trump. He's just, whenever they let him talk, he just goes off the rails. So you can tell when the medication starts to wear off. Yeah, he starts mumbling and he starts talking totally out of his mind. Yeah, C. Fryer, yeah. So they know he needs to go to Shady Pines. It's elder abuse at this point, folks. They're so willing to abuse this elderly man just so that they can maintain power. And they know his cognitive ability is greatly diminished. How you doing, End of the Bench? Good evening. Had to go another information field. Oh, yes. Thank you so much, End of the Bench. Leaning Lamp. I'm sure we'll all get plenty of gaffes and Freudian slips. Leaning Lamp, I was talking about Sigmund Freud in one of the classes that I teach last week. B.F. Skinner, Sigmund Freud, and Ivan Pavlov, the proverbial Pavlov dog. Yeah. So psychology, definitely one of my favorite courses. He's going to have a lot of Freudian slips. I love it. He had one with the video I watched today where he said, we got to go out and vote for our next president, Donald Trump. God help him. Shady Pines. Oh, C. Fry, you like that? Yeah, the Golden Girls. We all love the Golden Girls. Remember, she was always threatening to take her mother to Shady Pines if she didn't calm down. Isaiah, I think they can put Gavin. Gavin, he's not too popular in California right now, but again, California's they're pretty much a lost cause, folks. Again, if you continue to vote the same way, and look at how everything has deteriorated. Look at all of the Democratic-run cities. Who the heck would want to live in a Democratic-run city? Not me. No way. Okay. They're all war zones, and people are moving out of California in droves. They can't afford it. Come on. And again, let's keep it real. As liberal as California is, they've enacted a very soft version of Jim Crow. They don't tell Black and Hispanic people they can't live there. They just, as the prices are so high, they can't afford it. But they're supposed to be so liberal. So again, if people would wake up and realize the Democrats just use you as pawns in their game. They don't care about you. They want to keep you down and dependent like children on that Democratic plantation. But thank God people are waking up. Yes, they are. Where are we? If I miss your comments, charge it to my head, not my heart, folks. Steve Fry. Oh yeah, me and my mom watch the all the time. The Golden Girls. Oh yeah, they're great. Cha-Cha. He said that Rolling Button said, yeah, Cha-Cha. I watched a video earlier where he said that and I loved it. So God bless him. He doesn't know what he's saying. We know that. Steve, it was on a little short I watched here on YouTube earlier, Cha-Cha. Steve Bishop. Roland, we are not at liberty to either vote for Jim Crow, brain slow Biden. No, Steve, I'm not. if he was the only choice, I would vote the couch. And I tell people, how you doing, Amanda? If you want to vote the couch, fine. Just whatever. Just don't vote for Jim Crow Joe. And I'm fine with it. Amanda. Hey, Roland, new to chat. First time subscribing to anyone on YouTube. Hey, everybody, say hello to Amanda. Glad to have you here. Amanda, hit that little like button. She said this is the first time she's ever subscribed to anyone. All right. Culture Mix, you saw it too. Yeah, look it up, Cha-Cha. The Culture Mix said that he saw the same video where he's telling people to vote for the next president, Donald Trump. God bless him. God bless America. Literally. Oh my God. Woo, that was hilarious. James, I did a job in Northern California, totally different. Oh, okay. Republican in the country, okay. Cha-Cha, he was mumbling all over the place when he said it. Culture Mix, it was hilarious. Look that up, Cha-Cha, and let me know when you find it. It was funny. Yeah, Culture Mix, it was hilarious. Yeah, guys. Now I did tell you all that I was ordering t-shirts, channel t-shirts. I have some here, and I'm going to start. Here's one. I'm going to start sending them out to my most loyal subscribers. Those of you who are here, you're hitting that like button. You are here supporting me. I ordered these. These are just two that I have. So you see the channel emblem is on the front, and then YouTube and the name of the channel is on the back. So I ordered several t-shirts. I go pick them up this week. And so again, I'm going to start passing those out now that school's out. I have a little more time. Okay. And that's from me to you to show some appreciation, because you could be anywhere spending your time doing something else, but you decide, you choose to be here. And I want you to know that I really appreciate that. And I don't take it lightly. All right. And so, like I said, I like like-minded people who don't mind, who don't totally say, oh, I don't believe it. I don't want to hear it. Why don't you want to hear? Why can't we get back to a time you can give me your opinion? Now, what I'm sharing with you, though, is fact. They're facts. People don't want to hear the truth, guys. They don't. If you don't want to hear the truth, there's no hope for you, right? Everything I share with you, don't listen to what I say. Google it. You can find it. Now, you can't go to the liberal-leaning sites. Go to sites that are that are moderate or more to the right, and you can get the truth. Compare websites, okay? Compare channels. And Ruby said he was VP during COVID. Ruby, oh my God, he sure did. Culture Mix, you're looking for, yeah, Culture Mix, if you find the video, drop it in the chat section, because Cha-Cha needs a good laugh. Oh my God. Ruby said, no closed-minded snowflakes here. No, everyone here has an open mind. And like I said, folks, you can vote for who you want to. I won't browbeat you. I won't call you names. I would prefer that you did not vote for Jim Crow Joe. But if you do, I'm still going to treat you the same. That's the generation I grew up in, because that's your God-given American right. Now, I'm not voting for Jim Crow Joe, but if you do, that's fine. I'm not going to denigrate your name. I'm not going to block you from the channel. That's your God-given American right. And no one can take that away from you. All right. Laurie, okay. Yeah, I have a couple here. I ordered some. I go pick those up this week. And like I said, I want to start sharing these shirts for people who come here when they don't have to. There's 1,000 different things that you could be doing. But I also, Zay said I'm a mega supporter. So, Magic Spoon, how are you? Hit that like button, dear. And so again, also I'm going to order some refrigerator magnets, maybe some ballpoint pens with my channel emblem on them. They're just small items. But again, I want to show my appreciation to you because you don't have to be here, right? And I want you to know I mean it. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this. Now, I told you my email is at the bottom of every video in the description box. DJ, hey, Google this article, 3 section, 3 clause, that's Joey. Okay. Did Lady Mama, Magic Spoon, you did? Okay. So anyway, share this channel out on your various forms of social media. Share this channel with family and friends. Some people may be undecided. You never know. You can share this video and they can see what we're talking about, and they may start doing a little digging, a little research on their own, right? Whatever it takes to wake people up. I don't care. Oh, Magic Spoon, Hawaii, Louisiana raised. Okay, Magic Spoon. And so Steve Rowland, you're a blessing. Stephen, I appreciate that. You guys are a blessing to me. Again, that's why I'm ordering channel items, and I'm going to start shipping them out to show my appreciation. Like I said, maybe a t-shirt, maybe a little refrigerator magnet, just something to show my appreciation. All right. And you guys are a blessing to me. I like to come here and talk and discuss what's going on. I like to get your take on what's going on. And yes, it is, Ruby. Ruby, say it again for the people in the back. Ruby, everyone read Ruby's last statement. Anytime you start to disseminate the truth, have you noticed that too, Ruby? Another subscriber told me they are not, they don't have my videos to trigger the logarithm any longer. Ruby is exactly right. So I need each of you to hit that like button. They are suppressing my videos. I did not even know that until another subscriber told me. Because all of my videos were going into the thousands. And so yeah, we know how the logarithm works. We know YouTube is owned by Google. They are very left-leaning, all right? Very left-leaning. James, your alert sounds 5 minutes after you begin, okay? So anyway, yeah, Ruby is right. The channel is being shadow banned for disseminating the truth. I've said nothing that was inappropriate. Everything I share with you guys, you can find it on your own. So, yeah. Ruby, yeah. Ruby, say it again for the people in the back. Those that are us that are out here speaking the truth about the Democrats, our videos aren't triggering the logarithms any longer. Exactly. They're not. James, okay. Yeah, so my channel, because I even had a coworker, she said something about it. And, you know, if you're with them being left-leaning, Tracy Borman, how are you? Right, Tracy? They're very left-leaning. And so now my videos aren't triggering the logarithm. So as if all my videos were going into the thousands and thousands and thousands, now it's not triggering the logarithm. That's what's happening. It's not. If I get 1,000 views now, it's a lot. Leaning Lamp, your comments get shadow banned. Yeah. So I need your help. I'm trying to disseminate the truth. They're trying to slow it down. Yeah. There's nothing I can do. This is just a platform I'm using. And so I'm at their liberty. You know what I'm saying? So those of you who have Truth Social and other platforms that aren't left-leaning, share my content, you know, so we can get the information out. They're trying to suppress it. Yeah, they really are. Thank you, Ruby, for sharing that. So that's all I had for you guys. If you want to drop me an email again, my email's at the bottom in the description box. Magic Spoon, I'm not on the ballot. Leading Lamp, glad I found you, new subscriber today. Leading Lamp, so glad to have you here. Leading Lamp, share this channel with your friends and family, dear. Again, they're shadow banning me, but I'm not giving up. I'm a fighter, and I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep disseminating the truth, and that's all I can do. I have no control over their platform, so all I can do is ask you guys to help me to disseminate the information. Okay. All right. I hope that all of you. I hope that all of you have a wonderful, enjoyable Memorial Day. For all of you who have served, thank you for your service. Share this video with family, friend, or foe. Let people know where they can go when they want to find out the truth of what's really happening in this country. So I will end the live. I will continue to respond to your comments in the comment section like I always do. And again, thank you so much for spending your very valuable time with the Roland's Reviews YouTube channel. And don't forget, I'm gonna respond to your comments in the comment section. See you soon. Be safe.